For the many years I've played Geometry Dash, I've always had some skills and some weaknesses when it comes to gameplay that I play. For example, I'm pretty good at cube and ball timings, I think, but two of my worst skills in this game are long waves and dealing with Ducko that is flashy and gives low visibility. But that will not be the case for much longer, because by the end of this journey video, I will have beaten 9 Circles levels to become a Wave Master. But first, what exactly makes a 9 Circles level? The first level to fit this criteria was made by Zobros back in update 1.9, which most notably featured a very long and difficult wave section. The structures and background also flashed quite aggressively the whole way through. So if you remember what I said previously about my skills, this level is pretty much the perfect anti-me level. The perfect kind of level to test my skills on, and naturally the first level on the list that I finally finished. At first, I had interesting death to 98%. Don't know how that happened, but yeah, here's the completion, and feel free to skip to the timestamps in the description if you don't want to watch those completions, but are interested in hearing my thoughts on each level. Following 9 Circles came a trend of like a million more levels following a similar formula. Annoying pre-drop, a long difficult flashy wave, and that's it. One of the first of these levels was Jawbreaker. While the pre-drop is a little annoying, that will be a common theme for many of these levels. The wave, however, is probably the coolest from any Hard Demon NC level in my opinion. It's one of the easiest NC levels I beat for this video, but it's also one of the best. Another well-known 9 Circles level inspired by the original is fairydust. It kinda feels like just more of the same of the previous levels, but that's not entirely a bad thing. It was a fairly easy level to finish off after first playing it several years ago. It helped make me just a bit better at Wave. After the previous older levels, I got tired of old flashy waves, so I chose to beat BB circles, which follows other NC pre-drops, but never actually reaches the flashy wave part. The ships are pretty annoying in this, which it also takes from previous NCs. While this iconic meme level by Minecraft didn't make me any better at wave, I still found it important to beat for this video regardless. After all these hard demons, it's time to increase the difficulty of the levels I beat to really grow my skill at these kinds of levels. So next on my list was a classic 9 circles level. Classic. Right off the bat, one of the best parts is that the pre-drop isn't all that long at all. It quickly gets right into the action, and the wave, while being noticeably harder than the previous levels, is still very manageable. It also helped me feel more comfortable going through the objects, which would always throw me off previously, making it harder. Overall, not a bad experience. Before moving to the next level, here's some backstory. To make sure I actually felt motivated to get this project done in a reasonable amount of time, I set a due date for myself of June 15th, just a nice round date in the center of the month to get all 9 levels beaten by. Waking up on June 12th, I realized, oh, I still have 4 insane demons to beat, all of which are not in my skill set at all. This is fine. So going into these next few levels, I felt especially pressured to get them done on time, forming a mind block that made grinding anything much harder. So going into the next level, Pulsar, I was not feeling very confident. It only got worse when every attempt lasted over 30 seconds each, making every death to the wave feel like a punch in the gut. And some of the non-wave gameplay in this is really annoying. And after the entire wave, when my wrist has been pushed to fatigue, is arguably the single hardest part of the wave. But I persevered, and after the longest 2.5k attempts of my life, I don't think I've ever felt more relieved to be a level. After pushing through my mind block and being pulsar, I regained my motivation to grind these levels, despite having a very fast approaching deadline. And next came flat major, which has gameplay like this, and gameplay like this. That said, the wave is more difficult than it is long, which was a great change of pace. Immediately after being pulsar, it took me only about 20 minutes to finish this off, meaning I beat 2 in one night. The next day, with only 2 levels left to beat, I returned to the next one, catastrophic. This level has arguably the stupidest pre-drop of every level on here. Not a great start. However, the wave itself is fast-paced and very cool. Some of the go through objects gaps are a little hard to understand, but are satisfying to pull off. And the level concludes with a very nice way to credit and dedicate to people while also continuing the level's gameplay. Overall, not a bad level. Finally came the hardest level I beat for this challenge, also the hardest level I ever beat in my opinion, making it basically the final boss of this challenge, dysphoria. This is a level I came across a while back and poured a few thousand attempts into before dropping it, before coming back again now. This is a very nice modern take on the 9 circle style, with the entire wave drop also having duels with other gameplay types, like ship and ball. This makes it so much more satisfying to pull off. The only issue I really had is how fast I had to click in some parts, but being this I feel helped make me better at high CPS gameplay. And after way too many attempts, I finally finished off the final level in this video, granting me 6k stars and my 250th demon.
Me.
So what's next? Why push myself to beat so many levels in such a short amount of time to improve my skill and perseverance if I'm not going to use it? Well, now I plan to return on trying to complete my first ever extreme demon after far too long. Some of you may already know what it is, and I can assure you that it's not what you originally thought. One day I'll finish it and you'll see what that level is, but also feel free to guess in the comments. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.